All right, I have begun the recording for Coaching with Magic Muffins. We're playing the Vayne AD carry. And before I begin my coaching, I always like to break down the 4 concepts that you're going to see for the rest of your life, actually, not even just in this game. So, number 1, by the way, just before we begin, are you aware of my coaching or what I talk about already, or are you new to my ecosystem?
I'm relatively new to it. I just came across you online about a month ago, and
Okay.
I just kind of dived in.
Okay. All right, but the way I like to structure my coaching is I like to structure it in a way where there's a repeatable system that you can keep doing over and over again. Because oftentimes a lot of coaches, they will teach you for one game, but then that one game goes out the window when you go to the next. So the way I like to do it is I like to make it so that no matter what game you're playing, and no matter what champion you're playing even, or role, that you're always able to apply the same concepts over and over again. And the only difference is your ability to adapt to each game. That's unique because maybe someone is extra fed on their team. Maybe you might have to play a different way or whatever it may be. But the fundamentals of how you approach things and people will always stay the same. So that is why I like to break it down into 4 pillars. Number 1 is mechanics. Number 2 is zone of influence. Number 3 is going to be wave management. Even if you're a jungle player, this is very important. And number 4 is going to be decision making. Number 1 is mechanics, and this is very simple. This is your ability to execute your champion. And many things come into play here. For example, mouse accuracy, control, camera control. These are things that nobody talks about when it comes to the actual execution of gameplay itself. They talk about other things that are a bit more external, and so forth and so forth. Everything else I teach you, it can be ignored if you full focus on mechanics. At the end of the day, this is the only thing that matters, yet it is the hardest thing to teach in League of Legends because this is the actual application of your human body and your mind into the mouse and keyboard and into the game. So I don't know how to teach this, although you're in my school community, right? There is one particular exercise in there. Don't say anything out loud that you can watch. It's somewhere in there, but you can check that out later down the line. Next up, zone of influence. Zone of influence is the area somebody can impact. That's it. It's that simple. To best describe how you should apply this concept is you should watch scripting videos. And are you aware of what scripting is in League of Legends?
Yeah.
Okay, scripting is cheating, obviously, and you should never do it. But basically what scripts do is they're constantly drawing out people's zones and how fast people's abilities are, even tracking the cooldowns of people's abilities. And that is basic. I'm not asking you to do all that, okay? I'm not at all. What I am asking you to do, though, is to be mindful during the laning phase of the ranges of people's auto attacks and their abilities and how fast it travels. Because now, this will assist you in where you should be standing when you're last hitting, when you're approaching trades, how you should move a certain way. Like, if you're walking up to a Nami, auto Q auto, now are you going to walk straight into her bubble or are you going to do some weird shit where you might juke her bubble? So these are the things that you have to be aware of. So zone of influence is the base concept here, and there's millions of things after this that I can't talk about now until we actually see it in game, that you want to be thinking about with this concept. Wave management is pretty straightforward. It's understanding how to manipulate waves so that you don't fall behind an EXP, because I'm sure you've done this before, where you overstay, they walk you down the lane, then you force space, then you lose 2 platings, and you lose 2 waves. It's probably happened to you before. You want to avoid that by understanding what the consequences of overstaying is, and being able to prevent that so that you don't lose as many platings and you don't lose as many minions. And when you're basing on the right timers. Because if you base on a non-cannon wave versus a cannon wave, those are 2 different things. Because if you base on a cannon wave, the cannon will go in, you'll lose 1 melee minion, and then the cannon will soak up 7, 8 tower shots, something like that. And you'll be able to get back in time to catch the wave. Because I'm sure you based before, came back, and there's only 1 mage minion left to catch. You don't want to do that, ideally. And then lastly will be decision making. Throughout the game, you'll be making decisions 24/7 from a micro standpoint and a macro standpoint. Where are we setting up? What are the objectives? Are we winning the game or losing the game? So what should we do in this situation? That will pop up 24/7 throughout every single solo queue game you played, even down to the decision of, do I leave this wave to go help my jungler who's going to spam ping me after? It's everything that adds up here. So this is my coaching that will be under these 4 pillars, and everything I talk about will be there. Do you have any questions before we actually begin into the real coaching now?
No.
Okay, here we go. Let's see it. What do you got? Okay. Somebody copy Saskew LOL? Good. Don't make it hard on yourself. Run the basic shit and go from there. One thing you should do is you should... Oh, fuck. You should always ping your support to get in this bush nowadays. Vayne almost beats every single AD carry. Almost. Keyword. Level 1. Especially when you have LT. If this motherfucker has Conquer, that is going to take 10 years to stack. If they face check you guys, then you should be going full all-in. And the way I like to position in these bushes is, I like to stand right here. Or right here. Because oftentimes a lot of people, they might go in, and then they might shoot ability here, but then if you're standing here, you completely dodge it. And I'll get into the zone of influence of bushes in a second. But if you dodge it and you're here, and then they walk in, now you're just full all-in. GG. What do they do? Vayne is so strong level 1. Obviously not against Draven maybe, but yeah, she's strong against almost everything. Your only disadvantage here is you are running Cleanse, which, by the way, I don't know why you're running Cleanse. You want to give me your explanation?
Yeah, so at first, like I was thinking, like, oh, they have CC. Then I thought about it after I queued into the game. I'm like, well,
LOL.
They don't have a, they don't have a lot of like reliable like a point and click CC. So I'm like, okay, yeah. So I could have ran either barrier or exhaust.
100%. For Vayne, 99% of the time, I believe you should be running exhaust. However, there are timers where it's like TF mid, Sejuani jungle, Pantheon support. You know what I mean, right? You get the vibe. Yeah. Ashe 80 carry. Yeah. Then yes, 100%. You know what the deal is there. But exhaust is really high value because when you reach the side lane, and oftentimes you'll have a mid laner who's playing like Vel'Koz or Xerath who doesn't want a side lane. That means you can side lane. And with the exhaust difference, you're able to actually 1v1 solo laners who have 2 or 3 level leads on you. Because Vayne can create a mismatch with her invisibility and spacing and the exhaust. But if you don't have exhaust, it makes it a lot harder to be able to 1v1 those opponents. So exhaust is just king on Vayne. I would definitely run exhaust, and you have to learn how to use it when they're bursting you. That's the best timer to use it. But that is what you want to do. Okay, let's continue. If you're standing here alone, you should be standing here. Because if they walk in as 2, you run. There's no questions to ask anymore. This is too deep. Because they can maybe catch you with an auto or 2. It's really bad. If Seraphine's here, 100%, you guys both stand right here. And then you guys are absolutely chilling. Keep going. Okay. So going into the laning phase, in League of Legends, in bot lane, there is a diamond that I call it. So the diamond should look something like this. There's always a diamond that's created. So, hypothetically, you should be standing over here. Seraphine should be standing over here if she can get prio in the matchup, which, from the looks of it, they're giving it to you. Yunara standing here and Nami standing here. Now, look at this diamond. It's a huge mismatch. As you can see, Seraphine has potential access to Yunara when she walks up for minions. You have access to Yunara, but Nami has access only to Seraphine. She cannot access you. And the way you want to be positioning in these lanes is you want to play on the outer part, so then your enchanter can control the bushes here, or your tank, whoever it is, and then they can 1v1 the support and do whatever they want. Because by standing here, you guys are just farming. I don't want that. I want to actually kill. You know what I mean? So you want to actually be able to utilize Vayne's early advantage, especially into a Yunara matchup. This is a matchup that is winning early on. She scales pretty well into team fights. You scale very well in a different way. But I don't like this because all you guys are doing now is just saying, yay, let's just farm. But no, you should be farming, but you should also have the opportunity and ability to actually poke the Yunara down. That is what you want to do here. And of course, the way you do it is when you have nothing to last it, and you know Yunara is clearly going to attack a minion to CS it, why not chuck a Q, chuck an auto? If Nami's over here, she can't have access to you. And if she's a bit further up, then you can Q at an angle where it's like slightly away from Nami, but yet you're in range of Yunara. And the most important thing whenever you Q forward as Vayne for a one poke auto is your Q completes in a way where you're at maximum auto attack range. So it goes to zone of influence. And the reason why you want to do that is because if you Q any closer than maximum auto range, when you walk out, all they have to do is micro step forward 2 steps and they can auto you once, which is really bad. So by doing a max range auto, there's a chance you can walk directly away from them after you do a max range Q auto, and then they can't attack you back because maybe they just attacked the minion. So this is something that you want to be looking to do in the early laning phase on almost every single AD carry. Build that bot lane diamond, and obviously if you have the losing bot lane diamond, then sack prio, and then make sure you don't get level 2 cheese. But this is something that you need to start doing now, early on. Any questions here?
No.
Okay, let's continue. Right, here's an example. Like, they're last hitting a minion, you have nothing to last hit. There should be an angle for you to maybe Q poke forward. Something like that, I'm not sure. But definitely AFKing is not the play. There you go! Okay, right here, you made a mistake. You Q auto the Nami, which is correct. And it was at max range too. But the first thing you should do right after is you go immediately into the brush to reset the minion aggression. So right here, boom. The first thing that's in your mind is obviously you need to clear the space against Nami. So Nami cannot turn around and auto you or W you. So you can go this way. This is the most effective way to escape her. But then after you realize she's not going forward, then you need to immediately cut towards the bush and reset the aggression. And if you ever decide to play Vayne top, because I might influence you to do so, this is very big concept in top lane. You auto attack people into the brush. Stick your head out, auto attack, back into the brush. And that's what you do on repeat. This only happens because you are playing towards bot side. So this normally doesn't happen if you're actually playing the diamond properly. But just because you are in this situation, you can utilize this tactic moving forward. Okay. But right here, you tank 4 autos now? 5? I think that's 5 mage autos. I'm not sure if that was even worth it.
No.
Yep. Now, I'm sure you are very aware of the level 2 cheese. The level 2 cheese is a very classic everyone talks about. After 9 minions, what do? Level your W as Vayne, the support levels the second ability, and you go, go, go while they're level 1. Everyone knows this. It's very obvious. Now, how you approach the setup going into the level 2 is very important. Right now, you've messed up the wave already. So look here. Right here. Right here, we can both agree 1,000,000,000%. You are going to get level 2 first in this situation. Because Yunara is literally AFK. And you have more damage on their minions than they have damage to your minions. But most importantly, they have no access to touch these minions, but you do. What you want to do in this situation now is you want to slow down the wave as much as humanly possible. And the reason why you want to do that is because when you level 2 cheese your opponents, you want the level 2 cheese to be here. You want the wave state to be here. Because look at the distance to reach the tower, it's so much longer. Oftentimes, a lot of people, they hard shove the wave too quickly, and now the next wave is here. How the hell do you level 2 cheese here? It doesn't work. It's so close to the tower. So whenever you know you've established the priority that you are going to get level 2 first, and they cannot no longer touch the wave, slow it down as much as you can. Wait for the next minion wave to come. Let the wave establish itself, and just last it. Until the 9th minion is about to go down, and spam ping your support. Go, 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 go. Start walking forward before you're even level 2. Swipe the minion, and then dive in with a Q auto, and while your auto's flying in midair, you level your W. And then you go from there with the 4 abilities versus 2 abilities. Plus crazy amount of base stats. Do you have any questions there?
No.
Okay, and that's wave management. So, level 2 cheese. Once you establish, you will win it. Slow wave as much as possible. Then spam ping the 9th minion and go. And by the way, the reason why this works is because I see it work in Master Tier all the time. People don't even know for some reason. I don't fucking know why. But if it's working in Masters here, it's gonna work here, okay? 100%, you're good. Oh, and if you're on the losing side of it, run. Like sit really far back. Don't let them even like tag you. Don't even get near the 9th minion. Don't even get close to like a Leona flash E. You back so far off. Try to soak up max range EXP if possible, and let the wave come towards you, and make sure you don't get cheesed. Because it's way better to lose minions in gold than lose the game. So you know what I mean? So that's a way better option. So keep that in mind when moving when you are on the losing end. But now notice that the level 2 cheese will be right here. It's too hard. It's too short. So that is a problem with you auto-attacking the minion too many times in this situation. And the thing is that you don't lose the game for doing this. But what you do lose is you lose opportunity. And every single time you sacrifice an opportunity, you lose it forever. Like until the end of time. Like it's gone. Doesn't matter. So you want to be able to avoid these things and take advantage of as many things as you can throughout the laning phase. And throughout the game, actually, not even just laning phase. Okay, let's keep going. Get his ass! We got a barrier. Big W. Let's see. Why was that so bad? Oh, what happened? What the hell? Okay. Okay, this is just some AFK farming. I don't like it. Very far back. Here's the thing with the laning phase is you want to position in a way where you have access to minions. That's the first thing. Access to minions. But also have potential to poke our opponents or make them think we are poking them. And look at the way you're positioned right now. If you're Yunara here, are you scared?
No.
No. So you need to position in a way, especially since you're the one that clearly can get priority and you're stronger, you need to position in a way where it makes the Yunara have to think, oh my god, if I walk up for this minion, this Vayne might Q auto me. This position means you have access to minions, cool. But this position does not mean you have access to potentially tag Yunara. So you need to be positioned in a way where you can do that. But also, at the same time, I'm not asking you to int. I never asked that. You have to understand the zone of influence concept to make sure you're not entering someone else's range while fake zoning or even potentially real zoning. So just because you can walk up doesn't mean you should if the enemy team like has a Karma with Alt Q up or a Brand with W up. Or maybe you could walk forward and then maybe bait the ability on purpose. That's another way you can utilize zone of influence. And then once the ability is actually down, you can actually legit walk up for real. So many ways you can utilize the concept, but it all goes back to this one for this bot lane right here, zone of influence. Okay.
Pinking the minions.
Yeah. Flash. Is that the most optimal? It's fine. Key base. Okay. Shaco level 3 gank. I think right here, you can base immediately. That is a play. Because the thing is if you base right away, they can't push the next minion wave fast enough. It's going to be right here. And all you have to do is just base. You grab boots or refill potion. Probably boots to get back to lane. And then just run back to lane to farm the wave. Because what's going to happen is one melee minion's going to die. Then the cannon's going to soak up like 5 tower shots here. And then you'll probably get the cannon EXP. I think overstaying here is pretty troll. Because the next time you get to base is, let me see. You go 1. This is 1, 2. And then you 3, 4 back. But you can't even 3, 4 back. Because you can't walk up to this wave, you're too low. So it's losing no matter what. So either two things is gonna happen. I think you're gonna get one wave shoved on repeat and just slowly poked until you force base. That's my guess. Or you somehow 3, 4 back because they're trolling, or they just based when they're not supposed to. Those are my two guesses. I'm not sure which one's gonna happen. But we'll see. So they push. They're poking you. You're 1 HP underneath turrets. What do? Okay, so they trolled. they base, which is still fun. Oh no, they're staying. But notice how here, you don't really get to play League of Legends unless Seraphine lands crazy abilities, which she is, fortunately. But it's too coin flippy. Notice how if you base right away, it would have been way better. You based, you come back, then they base, and then it's just all even again. I don't think you're gonna crash this wave. Ah, I crashed. Let's go. Massive fucking dubs. Good job. Okay, so then now they 1-2 back. That's the thing with Vayne, AD carry and bot lane. If you have a support who has AoE, you can actually push out waves. But that wave push right there was illegal in top lane. There was no way you're ever pushing that wave. It was getting frozen by itself 100%. So W supports, I guess. Okay, they're doing a 2-wave non-cannon crash here. So what this means basically is in a 2-wave non-cannon crash, the first wave is a non-cannon right here. Second wave is a non-cannon right here. You just hard shove the wave. And the reason why you don't slow push it is because you don't want the next wave that's coming to be a cannon wave, and then you're sitting there for 10 years pushing the wave, and then you die to the enemy jungler. You want to crash the wave. And then what that does is that allows the opponent now to do a 3-wave cannon crash back. Because your next cannon wave will be right here. That's going to spawn. And then you only last hit this wave and zone them. Second wave here, only last hit and zone them. Third wave here, you hard shove. And the reason why you do that setup is because if you get ganked by the enemy jungler and they're trying to go through a wave, you might be able to fight back and win. That is going to be the sequence of wave states here. And I'm going to keep bringing up wave states, but not fully explain them until the end. Because the way wave states, the way you'll learn is, I'll explain it one time. And you're not going to understand it, I promise you. You won't. But over time, over your next 100 games, you'll then go 100 games down the line, you'll be like, I get it, Sasuke. It makes sense now. Holy shit. So that is what's going to end up happening. So let's keep going. So they're doing a 2-wave non-cannon crash here. And your objective, by the way, your objective here is to shave the wave as much as you can without bouncing the wave back so you can hold the freeze right here. And this position right here is really good because you cannot get ganked. I call this the golden wave positioning. It's really hard to gank you. It's possible, but really hard because you're so close to tower. And they're forced to walk up to try to clear wave, and that allows Seraphine or whoever to land whatever random abilities on the opponents. And then if you guys don't want to do anything, you guys don't have to do shit. You guys can let them push, and then now you can do your bounce back towards them. And on your bounce back, you can play really aggressive to try to take down their HP and then potentially tower dive them or just run them down. And then you hard shove the wave, you crash, and then you base, and then they lose the entire wave. So that's a sequence of events here. This is a very common strategy on Vayne top. It's the exact same thing in bot lane too. If they're not poking the fuck out of you, which they should be right now, then you do this. You clear the wave as much as you can without bouncing it back. And you hold the freeze. Hey yo, you suck. What the hell? What was that?
Yeah.
You see Nami enter the brush, okay? Nami, you have to assume when someone enters a brush that they are in the worst possible position for you. So right now, this is the worst possible position for you. So now you have to calculate Nami's zone of influence, which is right here. So anywhere inside this range is going to be danger. Now I'm not saying you can't enter it, but I'm saying when the ability does come out, what will you do about it? Don't tell me the answer. Tell League of Legends the answer when it actually happens. So whenever someone enters a brush, always assume they're in the worst possible position for you. And if you ever decide to play support, you can take advantage of this. For example, if you enter this brush and the enemy support's in here, what are they going to assume? You're standing here. So what you can do is you can stand right here on purpose, but they think you're here. So what are they going to do? Shoot ability right here. But motherfucker, you're right here. And then once the ability's actually down, then you go up. Congratulations, free poke all day, baby. So that is something that you have to understand from a human psychology standpoint, is when someone's in a brush, they're always going to assume you're in the worst position for them. It's just a natural human being response. And if you're able to assume that, and in this case, you're not a skill shot champion, so you can't even abuse The fact that wherever Nami's standing, you can't abuse it. Unless you're playing like Varus or something, then maybe you can like fire abilities in there. But you're playing Vayne. So what you should do here this next time is you should rotate here. And then just play minions from here. Because Yunara ain't fucking with you. Nami can't reach you. It's not possible from here. And if she enters this bush, you guys can fuck off. It's perfectly fine. Alright. Oh, all you have to do is just go right here. Tumble right here, you chill it. My bad, tumble this way and then cleanse. No way! That's so illegal! Okay, so what's going on here? The wave state is technically slow pushing back towards them, but they are hard shoving, which is perfectly fine. You have no issues with this because you are happy with this golden wave positioning. So all you have to do is just match their autos and see if you can keep holding the wave here for the next wave, if possible. Maybe Seraphine will chuck some poke, I don't know, but you are perfectly happy laning right here. And this is so... It's such a godsend when like an enemy Caitlyn is doing this on repeat and I'm playing Vayne. Because if they ever actually slowed down the wave and let it push towards them, I'd get fucked. Like, 2 ways from then. But then everyone, for some reason, has this crazy, like, dopamine now type thing where they just keep one wave shoving the wave. So, more oftentimes than not, you're able to just free farm as Vayne. But that thing is exactly happening here, so yeah. Oops, misclick. Alright, let's keep going. I'm not gonna lie, this shit looks boring as fuck. There's nothing going on. Y'all just farming. And you know where Shaco is too, you see him. Do something, bro, do something. Yeah. I don't care what other low elo players tell you, and they push up their glasses saying, dude, I'm playing Vayne, I need a scale. Fuck that shit. I am playing Vayne, I need to fight right now, bro. As long as it's not a Draven, or, yeah, Draven, or Nyla, or Samira. Then I need to fight right now, motherfucker. Like, this is so boring. If you play like this, moving forward, you will be stuck. I promise you, you will be stuck. If you play like this in Challenger, congratulations. This is perfect gameplay, by the way, in Challenger. But if you're playing in Platinum or Diamond or Master Tier, my brother in Christ, how are you going to climb? By playing it safe for the rest of your life. That's not how it works. Because all you're doing right now, all you're signaling to me as a player is you just wait to mid-game and you just pray. You coin flip 50-50. And it's just like a little gambling addiction where you're just coin flipping 50-50 instead of taking matters into your own hands and actually trying to win the fucking game. I don't know what else to say. You're not trying to win the game right here is what I'm witnessing. I don't see you running it. I better see an 0-5 Vayne right now or a 5-0 Vayne. It's one or the other. Like, I'm more than happy to see an 0-5 Vayne right now in this Platinum game. But the fact that you're just AFK and farming, I don't like this at all. I want more testosterone. I want more all-inning. I want more outplays where you're trying to tumble in, dodge a Nami bubble with just pure good movement, and then going from there. So, moving forward, you have to try to win the game. Try to win the game. This is something I normally say at the end of a coaching session, but I'm saying it here because it's been very apparent for the last 6 minutes you're not trying to win. And in order to try to win, you obviously need to understand the concepts that lead into good trades and good wave management, which I've been explaining kinda as we go, but that is what you need to do moving forward. Do you have any questions about this concept right here, trying to win the game?
No, but I do like to be fair, this was my first game of the day. I woke up.
Nah, I don't give a shit about that. Don't say that. Don't say that.
But I mean, like the other game, I did like turn it up. This one, I don't know everything about Vayne and like in terms of like what are my power specs, what am I good at, but I do know that like I don't like Yunara, like going against them. So I think I was just kind of like thinking, oh, I don't want to like get her a lead, so I'm gonna play safe, and that's the result for this one.
I understand your mindset. I believe it's wrong. Just objectively speaking, Yunara is a lot weaker, and you have a lot more capabilities during the early laning phase. And here's the thing is, I never was a fan of speaking about, oh, you power spike at 6, you power spike at 1 of them. It's all bullshit. Your power spike is your ability to dodge every fucking ability when you go in and land everything that you have. That is your power spike at any point in time. That is why in some games you'll see me down 0-3, but I will still full all in, knowing that I'm down an item, because objectively I can still dodge abilities. I can still land all my abilities. I can land an E flash or something, and you can still win, even being down items and being down gold. So that is how you want to view the game moving forward, is what can you dodge here? What can you outplay here? And where can you poke them for free without taking poke back, regardless of how strong they are or weak they are. Unless it's so overbearing, like a Draven or Nyla or Samira, then you can't do shit. But against a champion like this, it's not overbearing enough where you're gonna get ran over. We just farming. We just farming. Okay. Let's keep it going. Okay. Okay. Yes. There you go. Okay, let's review the mechanics of that fight. That's what I like to see right there. So Seraphine lands an E here, which is good. Nami W goes down. Beautiful. Why does this fight begin? Let me see. Okay, Nami no bubble. Seraphine lands double E. You start autoing Nami, which is correct. And Yunara goes in. So Yunara, in this case, is the one that pulls the trigger, when you should be the one pulling the trigger. So she's doing the job for you. So, I mean, it's still fine. Obviously, you take advantage of it. Now, the next thing you should do whenever a team fight like this happens is you should start fighting. And one thing people always forget about is this bad boy right here. I've seen people lose collegiate tournaments for not pressing their refill potion in the middle of a team fight, where they prepare for 6 months in a row, preparing for a tournament, and then they lose a 2v2 or a 1v1 in early game because they don't press this shit. My brother always press refill potion no matter what, whenever you get into a full big dick all-in, because that thing will save your life more times than not. But anyways, let's continue. Because I know you ran into this problem before, where you went, oh, I had potions, fuck. I know you've done that. Every single player has done that, even me. But let's keep going. Next, you want to pop ult here, and I don't know why you autoed a minion. You should be running towards Yunara, and you should be eating his ass here. Unless you think he's gonna do some weird shit where he flashes here, and then it pushes him here, then don't do it. Just start autoing him. But good that you pop your ult right away. Good. 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 It's good. Yep. Just damage him. You still haven't popped your refill potion yet. And then boom, push the wave. Clean. Alright, now base. Good. Perfect. Beautiful League of Legends. That's what I like to see. Tell me right now when exactly Yunara gets to lane. The exact timer on the screen.
She died. What's the timer? So she should be there around like 9.
Okay.
9.
I'll give you right here. Wait for it. Right. Now, when does Yunara get to lane right now on this exact time frame?
10. I would say around like 8:15.
No. 8:01 to 8 minutes is roughly the timer that she will get to lane. And the way I calculate this is you calculate her spawn timer plus 20 seconds. That's the general idea that you always want to do. So, and this is I'm going to put this underneath the wave management section, because I know you've done this before. You've overstayed on the map, and then they ran you down, and then you had to base, and then you lost 2 platings after you solo killed them. So this is called tempo right here. So tempo, you need to understand when someone comes back to lane. So it dictates how much you can do before you have to base. Because one of the worst things that you can do is get ran down by Yunara when she comes back, and then you base, and then they get the full push, you lose 2 waves, and you lose a plating. And you don't want to do that. So the way you avoid this is you look here. Okay, Yunara is spawning in 10 seconds. That's 7:40. Now she'll spawn. Add another 20 seconds. She'll be in lane at around 8 minutes. Could be 7:59. Could be 8:01. It varies depending if people buy boots or they're playing a champion that has some kind of steroid boost or whatever. So that means that you should be basing at around 7:45 to 7:50 around, so that you don't get stopped by her base. That's it. If you ever stay past the 8-minute point and you're still in the lane doing anything, you're trolling. So that is all I'm trying to get into your mind right now is I want you to make sure that you base before the enemy ever gets back to fuck you up. That's it. And this avoids so many complications that you will run into for overextended laning phases. So right now, you're still fine. You can tag the plating because there's a lot of build up here. Tag it, boom, 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 1 or 2 autos. Okay, 1 more. Okay, now you fuck off. Good. Beautiful. That was beautiful. And look at Yunara. She's back in lane at 8 minutes. Well, if there's minions here, right? There's no minions here, so it'd be 8:04, 8:03, roughly. But you get my point, right? That's the 8-minute timer. Okay. And then you base. Perfect. Look at the wave state. Where's it pushing?
It's pushing towards me. It's going to be a slow push since it's
yes, and it's perfect. Beautiful. This is exactly what you want. Now you're coming back. Wave slow pushing towards you. So if you wanted to, you could just AFK and just sit back if you're scared. You're more than happy to. If the wave is somehow pushing towards them, which is not possible, by the way, with what you just did, because you played correctly, then you're fucked. But in this situation, it's still pushing towards you. So if you think they're junglers there or you're too scared, you can just AFK, and then you'll be able to stall at the game for another roughly 45 seconds because they'll need the next wave, then they'll hard shove. And then finally the next wave will come, but it'll be right here, then it'll push. And then finally, only on this wave right here, the 4th one from now, then do you actually have to walk up and actually mess with them if they decide to let you slow push this 3rd wave right here. So right now, that's 1. Wave 2. They push. You let it crash. Okay, this is wave 3. This is the slow push that I literally exactly said that was going to happen. And I guess because you guys cleared the wave, that it's now even. But if you guys held the wave a little bit, it would be up here. But if you only hold the wave there, if you think the enemy jungler is bot side, and you want the wave to be here so that you can farm this one safely, instead of it directly in the middle of the lane. So that's up to you in that situation. In this case, they are doing dragons, so they can't do shit. LOL, a Shaco box. Signifies to us that Shaco is nearby. Okay. Yeah, so let's walk in 1v2. Yeah. Oh, you win this, my brother. 1v1. This is crazy. You should have rotated way faster. That's another thing. So right here, you should be positioned up here. What the fuck does Yunara do if you're standing right here? Fight back? Motherfucker, she fights back, you fight back. You know what I mean? My brother in Christ is level 7 with some refill potions in his inventory. He's got some Sheen. He's playing Vayne. Stand here. And the reason why you stand here is because that forces Yunara here. But look what that does. That means that gives you access to Dragon a lot faster than Yunara. And considering we know that they're on Dragon already, I don't even know why you're down here. You should be up here. Or better yet, even hard rotating and saying fuck the wave and play Korean solo queue style. Because the Korean solo queue style is fuck waves and just go fight. And in this case, you're playing NA style, which is also fine too, to play the wave first, then rotate. But you need to be postured in a way to actually access the fight faster than the enemy AD carry. Especially when you're the winning AD carry in this case, which we can both agree you are. And you're Vayne. With double sums. Right now, I should have rotated. Right now. You can already see, like, people are dancing. People are looking. Sure, Ornn isn't here. I understand that. But it's plat solo queue, my brother. They've been tanking the dragon for a while. The dragon counts as a player on your team. It's basically a 4v4, because the dragon counts as one champion. Kind of. And better yet, the Yunara is actually late by 4 seconds to the fight, because you're going to rotate first. So you have a couple advantages then and there. The only thing you have to worry about in this fight is flash the Syndra QE and you automatically win the League of Legends fight. So you should be rotating here. I don't know what's going through your mind right now. You're like, oh, I'm gonna poke the Yunara. Fuck the Yunara. Just walk. What am I watching? Hold up. Okay, so this is fine. Not popping out yet. Okay, you get feared here. Cool, no problem. Okay. Why aren't you popping ult right now? Now, like the fight is full all in. Everyone's big dicking right now. You have to pull the ult. Cleanse now, and then go. So it's fine to get hit by these boxes, but you need to pull the trigger and actually fight back. Notice how you get feared, and you didn't cleanse the fear. My brother, you ran cleanse. Use it and start fighting, and then go from there. So right here, this is a really good example of very unoptimal. I don't even know what to coach here. It's just it feels like it's very unoptimal on, not optimal on how you're supposed to play because you didn't output any damage. It seemed like you were a tank in that situation rather than a AD carry, because I feel like you could have easily outputted damage. You could have easily turned on Yunara with your Triumph proc. I hope you're running Triumph. You probably are. And then you just win because you're Vayne with ult auto Q going invisible, and the Yasuo is still alive. So I think in this situation, that was not played well. Is there anything that you want to say? I'm not sure. It was just me roasting you for the last minute.
Well, to be fair, I tunnel visioned earlier. I didn't even see that they were at Dragon, and that's why I came out there late.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you could see that I just started rotating that way. But yeah, I also don't ever run cleanse. It's my first time actually running cleanse, so okay. I forgot I even had it.
Fair enough, brother. Oh no! What is this? So we know. I think we know where Nami is. Nah. The zone of influence is right here, and you saw it. You calculate it. You're like 1.5, 1.4, 1.3, 1.2, 1.1, 0.9, and then it just keeps going, and then you went into it. You can't do that. Mm-hmm. You have to be mindful of where it can go, and then go from there. Against champions like Lux E, Zac E, and even Nami Q, going forward is actually a better way to juke an ability than going backwards. And even Nocturne, when he ults you, oftentimes a Nocturne will ult you. And let's say you're running this way, right? Where does Nocturne, when you go invisible, where does Nocturne think you're going?
Back.
But what happens when you go this? you break the tether by going forward. So oftentimes, against champions that can overshoot abilities, you can actually go forward and dodge their abilities. Now, of course, you have to ask the question, if you go forward, are you going to die to something else? That's the question, right? So I'm not sure what the answer is here. The answer obviously here is if you just press S key, you'd been fine. Because Yunara can't reach the fight. You S key, you dodge Nami bubble, and then you can even poke Nami if you want. Maybe, if you ward the bush. But right here, I don't know why you turned around. Maybe you panicked because you saw a bubble flying towards you, but it actually wasn't on you. It was behind you. Goodbye, Seraphine. What happened here? Let me see. Why did this happen? So they hard push. You need to push wave. You don't know if they based, but by now you know that they based, so you hard shove. Okay, this is fine. And then you have to base. You cannot walk up. You already know that they're going to come back. So this wave is frozen. If they decide to freeze it, you cannot walk up. You need to back off the tower and base right here, and then let Jesus take the wheel, whatever they want to do. If they want to freeze, they freeze. If they want to push, congratulations, you got bailed out by the enemy team. But that only happened because Seraphine died. But then now, look what happens. You get stopped, and now you have two options. You force base anyways, and they hard shot this wave, and you probably lose this wave, or they freeze, which it looks like it's frozen towards them. Or you stay, but look what the problem if you stay. Your HP is super low. So right now you're in a lose-lose scenario because you overstayed your tempo when you were supposed to base after you cleared this wave. And it's better to get frozen on and be able to actually get your base off and come back and fix the wave than get frozen on and you get stopped. Then now it's a massive lose-lose no matter what in this situation. So that is a result of you, Seraphine dying, but more importantly, you getting hit by the bubble at the same time. Because if you didn't get hit by the bubble, you might have been able to just straight fight back onto the Yunara. 100-0. Maybe. I'm not sure. So now you force base. Oh my god, they pushed out the wave. You're so lucky. You get to play League. What is this Nami doing? Future abilities. Okay, let's keep going. You know, Shaco's here. You guys just full run. That's fine. If you are going to tumble here, you need to ult tumble. Because Yunara has already initiated the full big dick all-in. You need to initiate it back. I don't know if you know if Shaco's here, and I'm not sure, right? And it doesn't matter if Shaco's here or not. But based on the way Yunara's playing, we already know Shaco's here. Like, who does that? Nobody does that. So, if you see her do this, and you have no flash, you have to accept, okay, this is a big dick all-in. The ult should have been the first thing that went off in your mind right away, 100%. Should have been going off in your mind, alt, auto, Q, auto, and then we'll figure it out from there. But if you only Q forward there, you are fucked. Because the initial alt Q means that your tumble is on lower cooldown, and you went invisible and started fighting right away. With just a regular tumble towards her, you have to wait too long. It's 2.5 seconds. It could have been shorter with ultimate. And better yet, you didn't tumble to even dodge the Yunara W. That's the worst part. You saw her ult. She's obviously going to EW at the same time. You need to tumble at a sideways angle. Should be away though. Away. Just in case there's a Shaco box here. That's something that they keep in mind. There's no way anyone places a random Shaco box here as a jungler. They'll place it in bushes as they base. That's very common. And then I think you win this 2v3. I'm pretty sure. You just need to pop your refill potion right away. Finish off the Yunara. Pray to God Seraphine lands a good ult. Kill Yunara. Transition to Nami. And then figure out your life after that. And get your Triumph procs. Goodbye. So right there was an example of zone of influence and mechanical execution. Let's keep going. Oh my god. Okay, in this situation, eat her right away. Because right here, you've used your tumble in the weirdest way possible, where you used it to try to tag her, and then after that, you walked around like a noob, and somehow you got the tower shot off. Maybe she did that on purpose, I'm not sure. But you need to eat her right away, you don't win. Your Q isn't available right now, nothing's available, and you're so close to her tower, and Seraphine isn't here.
Yeah, that one, like, I was pushing E, but I think I was pushing a different button by accident. That's
So,
why I was like,
so simple mechanics, I guess.
Yeah, I messed up something very simple, and that's where my mental is like, fuck.
Yep, keep pushing. Keep pushing. Okay, fair enough. Plating, chill. This is fine. Nothing wrong, nothing to say here. If you see Nami here, you can 1v1, by the way. You will win. You are fine. Yuntal Runans versus your Essence Reaver alone, you will win, trust me. If you dodge her W, that's the biggest thing. Dodge her W. Whenever you full all in someone, you have to think about the one ability you can dodge in a 1v1. Like, even against a Draven, you have to dodge his E and ult. Against Yunara, you have to dodge her W. And you can't dodge her autos, unfortunately. Against Twitch, when he's ulting, you can tumble to dodge one auto. You can flash another auto, because the way Twitch autos work is they're not targeted. They just get placed on the map. Against Lucian, for example, you can flash his Q. Something small like that. And you go from there. Because whenever you do a 1v1, think about the one ability you can just randomly flash to not take that damage. Or tumble, if you're trying to play like that. But right now, this is a very common position to 1v1 people in. Because you see Nami mid. Okay, now you can go for it. Go. Alt, auto, Q, refill potion, auto, E, ward bush, win. Very simple, straightforward. Bro. Never mind. You're dead. Whenever you're in the laning phase where it's 1v1, you need to always assume that they're in the bush and be positioned further from it. So for example, if you wanted to walk up here, you walk here. So if Yunara engages, what you should be doing is now you should be ready to ult Q. Because the way she's been engaging this entire game is EW. After she ults. So if she EWs, you want to dodge the one ability you can dodge, which is her W. And then you fight back from there. And good luck if you can win or not. But she does have rune on. That thing is pretty useless in a 1v1. If she had Phantom Dancer, it'd be a bit more scary. She can actually out DPS you. But it's a very specific hurricane thing. And Vayne is just very strong, like 1v1. And if you had exhaust, it would have been so much better too. There's that. Because that means you guarantee you win the 1v1. 100%. No questions asked. Okay. Okay, you win these. You win these. The way you do it is very simple. You dodge her QE. Go! 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 No! What are you doing? Okay, you might still die here, but it'd be very close. But if you ever wanted to all in here, now is the best time. Why is now the best time?
Well, when I Q4, I should be in range, and
Yes.
I have ult, so I have the my Q would be on cooldown, and I'll have my ult up. So when I Q again, she won't be able to target me with her ultimate.
Yep. The biggest thing is her E is down. So all you do here is ult, Q right here. And if you can't auto right away, you do. If you can't, you auto this minion. Then you walk forward and then you juke this way. Because she's going to Q right here. Then you go forward. When she ult ignites you, you cleanse the ignite and you keep all-inning her. And you should win. The most important thing here is her E is down. The only thing you have to do after this to outplay this is you have to dodge one Syndra Q. That's it. Because ult is going to take you to right here. Syndra W will take you to right here. You just have to dodge one Syndra Q. That's it. So by alt Qing here, autoing, my bad. You have to alt Q auto here. Alt Q auto minion. Walk this way. She Qs here, and then you win everything after that. You cleanse the ignite, you tank the ultimate, you tank the W, unless you're good at the game, then you can dodge the W too. With your next Q, that could be a play too. But that's how I calculated this fight for you to win. Even though you're down 2 levels, even though you're down items on this guy, I still see these angles. And you have to play perfectly to win these angles. And that's how you want to be thinking about it. This is just simple zone of influence. The next thing after that is, can you actually execute on it? And in this game so far, my brother, it's 16-10. I don't know if I want to play to scale. Look at our Jin's items. I don't think we're scaling shit, I'm not gonna lie. We need to win. Yeah. And right there, you're just walking to a zone of influence. Like, you just walked in. Just randomly tanking damage for 0. Okay, cleanse. Bro. So right here, notice how you didn't dodge. Syndra W and Syndra Q, and you can agree with me, right? That if you dodged even one of those abilities in full all-in, you would have won. 100%, as listed off. And you had to obviously cleanse the ignite too. That was the only best thing you could have done. And remember, you get 90 MS when you go invisible with ult, and you move towards someone. There's a lot of movement speed. But you'll have to sack that 90 MS to do a weird juke, completely downwards to dodge one ability, but then once you correct it, you will be able to run towards her again. And get that 90 MS. That's why when Vayne is chasing you, if you can never cut corners, it's really good because the Vayne loses the MS. But that's not a you problem because you're the one playing Vayne. Yep, exactly. Exactly, my brother. Didn't pop refill potion though, but well played. You look for the one angle that you can win, and you take that angle. I don't know what that guy was doing, by the way. If he didn't get eaten in the wall, I think he just wins. Through stat check. Okay, you win these. Nope, not like that. You dead. The way you do that is I think you just auto Q backwards and then just E him and then just keep running. And then if he chases you, you full kite. If you try to get fancy there, you lose your leverage of being able to hold distance on him because you sacrifice that distance to look for an angle just to try to land an E into the wall. And even if you landed that E into the wall, I don't think you even win. That's the worst part. So even if you had ideal conditions, so the best thing you can do there is just kite away. How's the full tank Jhin going? God damn. That's some hot garbage. It's so funny, it's 21 minutes and you're still side lane when we have a mid laner who can side lane. Very interesting. If this was a Vel'Koz mid or Xerath mid, then what you're doing is fine. But because it's Yasuo, you should be mid lane. Okay, let's see what happens here. I feel like you're AFK. I would have pulled the trigger here. What would I do here? I think I would ult Q right here. And I would walk the entire distance. And what will Seraphine do? Ult this way. And then you go from there. I think you win. You ward the bush and then you go. You have such a... It even extends to here. Like right now you're 2-4-1. You probably have a scarcity mindset of, oh, I'm just gonna farm and keep scaling, right? No, motherfucker. The game's already over. You need to go now. Like you need to get shit done. These people are handing an opportunity for you. You need to take the opportunity and be like, all right, let's go with it. So this is the best way you can play this. Then play this. If Seraphine has no ult, don't do this, by the way. This is terrible. But because Seraphine has ult, this is a good play. Running away is only good if you're absolutely losing. So right now, both sides are basically full HP. Basically, you want to take opportunities like this when they give it to you. Bro, why are we still bot, dude? Get your ass to mid lane and pull the trigger right there. Right here. Go, go, go! You see that? Syndra no QE. Pull the trigger and walk her down the lane. Syndra right here is saying, Vayne, please, I want you to kill me right now. And you said no. Why are we doing that? Go in, cleanse the ignite, and then just tank everything else. Obviously try to dodge one Q or W. Pop the refill potion right away, and then start tagging her ass. The only reason I'm telling you to go here is because her E is down. I'm confident, even if you tank her Q, her W, her ult, and ignite, you will live with 1 HP as long as you pop the refill potion right when you took the first damage. And if you cleanse right away on the ignite. Obviously, ideally, you dodge one other ability, like one of her Qs or one of her Ws. Then for sure, you'll live with 1 HP, and that's all you need to be able to finish her off. But I think even if you tank everything after the QE, then it's good. If she never E's, by the way, you can't pull the trigger. You still can, but you have to flash it then at that point. And if you don't have flash, then it's probably a bad play. But yeah. Generally speaking, after 14 minutes, and this is a general idea, you want to go mid lane as an AD carry. If your mid laner can side lane, and we both agree Yasuo can side lane. Yep. You delayed the game for so long by going side lane from actually anything getting achieved because you kept going over here. So what ends up happening is they can't do anything mid. They're just AFK, and you're the only one that has plays. But the problem is you're not pulling the triggers on the plays even when they're being presented to you. So it's a waste. So you may as well have just gone mid. So then you, Seraphine, and Ornn can link up and try to do some crazy shit with Ornn ult, Seraphine ult, and Vayne. And you're not even that far behind. You're strong. Like you're 2-item Vayne.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Bruh always finds his way bot somehow. Ain't no way. Okay. That works. Okay, it still works. Go. Yep, it still works. Oh, you died. Stat check. No refill potion either. Not saying that would have saved you, but Yeah, you kind of got fucked there. How could we play this better? Let me see. What would I would do? Oh, you thought the Seraphine ult landed. Yikes. If that hit, that'd have been perfect. This is fine. Tumble is dog shit. Auto. You didn't juke the W by siding to the left here. So you tank this much HP. Refill potion not done right away. Oh, you just got fucking popped. Okay. Lots of things there. I do think if you dodge that W and your refill potion is done right away, you do get her. Barely. And when you are behind like this, you have to play like this, where you have to think about this one tiny ability here, one tiny ability there. Because that is going to be the difference of you winning or not. When you're winning the game, you don't have to think about that as much. You only need to think about the big stuff, like a Syndra QE, a Nami bubble, Nami ult. But obviously, ideally, you still think about things like Inara EW when she's in ult form. But you only dodge it if it's actually absolutely worth it to dodge. That's so sad Seraphine ult didn't land there. That'd have been an easy wipe. GG. And I'm assuming this game is just you guys getting fucked the entire time. Is my guess.
Yep.
Okay. Nah, you should have went forward. JK, you die. Ooh. Oh, you're dead. Let's see, what would I do here? Let me see. Okay, you get stunned. Cleanse, ult, auto ignite. Cleanse, ult, auto. Not ignite. Q, and then fight back. Q over here. Get Syndra ulted, dodge immediately to the left for a Syndra ability right here, auto, and immediately start working around her. And never use E in this situation. Going. Okay, you dodge Syndra W. Syndra flashes. Alt, Q this way. Auto. Tank Syndra ult to here. And then dodge everything after that. While playing around here with Jhin. That's what I would do here. I don't think running is the play. Because whenever you run away, just pure running away, there's no opportunity to come back into the game. When you're just pure running. But you have to find a turn angle here. To actually try to win this situation. Okay. Because what do you have to lose? Like, let's be honest. Like, look at the game state. 30-14? If you turn there and all in, like, it's not even a bad all in. Like, I'm not asking you to go in 1v5. I'm asking you to play a 1v1 situation that's pretty fair to play while still remaining on 1 HP. If you dodge everything after that and have a chance for the Jhin to sweep the kill after. And even if then, if he doesn't get it, you might get it. So, the game's over, so you may as well try. If the game is winning, run, motherfucker! You know what I mean? Run if you got caught. And make sure you save the state of the game. But it's already losing, so you may as well practice these things so in-depth. The zone of influence, the mechanics. I don't think I want to watch this game anymore, unless you get... Seems like you got something crazy here. Okay, good. You're inside Syndra's zone of influence, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with being inside the zone of influence. Sexy fucking E. Okay, nice try. Okay, in team fights, this is my advice. In team fights, identify the Circle of Doom. I'm pretty sure you know what this means. The Circle of Doom is where every ability in their mom's books, mom's drawers, everything is just being fired. That's the Circle of Doom. And there's always a Circle of Doom in every single team fight. If it's a skirmish, where it's all over the place, there's like a 2v2 over here, a 1v1 over here, that is perfect for you as Vayne, 100%. But if there is a Circle of Doom team fight, where it's just a nice, one big circle engage, where everyone's firing abilities, never be behind that circle. So for example, let's say the Circle of Doom's right here. Red side's clashing, blue side's clashing, that's the Circle of Doom. You never, as Vayne, want to play right, as AD carry, play right here. Because every ability is flying in this direction, so it'll just hit you naturally. And I'm sure you've heard this before, where it's like, I'm just dying to air. People have said that before. It's because they're standing behind the Circle of Doom. So what you do as an AD carry is you play an off angle. You play an off angle, and you fire into it. When it comes to team fights, you have to draw the zone of influence of every single person. and all their important abilities. But the way I play team fights, right? Because I know as a human being, I cannot calculate every fucking ability. It's not possible. So what I do is I position in a way where, first of all, not in the circle of doom. Second of all, I only have access to one person, and only one person has access to me. That makes it so that I only have to think about the zone of influence of the person in front of me. It's one person. It's easy to calculate. And then you finish them off, and then you can work your way from there. The next thing after you finish someone off is you have to always think about the second rotation of abilities from people. The second rotation here is going to be Syndra QE, if a fight drags on that long, and Nami's second bubble. That is always what you have to think about in every single team fight. Dodge initial circle of doom, kill one target while focusing on a zone of influence, and now when you move forward, what's the second rotation of abilities? So when you tumble forward, and if you decide to make a blow up play as Vayne, which is where you just show up in the middle of all of them, you need to flash from the spot that you show up in right away. Because every ability will fly towards you as a Vayne whenever you show up in between multiple people. Because they're all going to focus their attention onto you. So then you flash right away to dodge all the abilities there, and then you just finish off the target of whoever you're looking at. But that is the idea of team fights in every single team fight. Identify Circle of Doom, play off angle, focus one person, work them down, move forward in the fight or backwards, and think about the second rotation of abilities. That's it. I don't want to watch the rest of this game because this game was literally just you AFKing the entire time in bot lane, and there was nothing ever achieved. And yeah, and then you just end up losing.
Yeah, that's why I chose this game first.
Yep. This game?
Yeah.
Wait, you're playing Vayne to... Oh, no, you're playing Vayne AC. You need OP or something?
No, I'm
Okay.
good.
Sounds good. And right now, by the way, I want you to know that you are low-key kind of being roasted, but this is normal, by the way, for everyone who's trying to improve. The thing, the main objective here is to get you the knowledge and information that you can consistently execute on. And the biggest thing is you're not going to improve after one game. That isn't happening. It does sometimes. But the biggest thing is, the main objective, I said it before, is over a period of the next 100 games after our coaching session, things start clicking. It's like League of Legends is a puzzle piece. I'm handing you some pieces right now, but here's the thing is, you don't even know where these pieces go on the puzzle board. That's it. So right now, as you play the game, then it clicks. Oh, zone of influence there. I didn't think about that there. So then you think about that next time, and now it actually works. What the hell? You stood in a bush a certain way, or you stood in a lane a certain way to bait a brand W. Oh my god, Saskio, it worked. This guy shot his brand W, right? And then now I'm able to actually walk forward. So that's the objective with the coaching, is so that you can fit in the puzzle pieces over the next.
Yeah, I mean, I'm used to roasting type of thing. Like I've been in, like with my line of work, it's kind of something of norm. I listen more to the words rather than anything else, so don't worry about it.
Fair enough. Are you in construction or something, bro?
I'm in law enforcement. I'm a police officer.
Oh shit. Okay, there you go. Exactly. We'll fucking roast each other in there all the time. Anyways, let's keep going. Yep. This is what. This is what I like to see. What's he doing? Flash over the wall. You're so bad. This guy, all I have to do is just go like this, dun, and then you guys just have to fuck off. You can flash after it, but you don't have to. You know what I mean? Like if he flashes like this at this amount of HP, you've already won. Like if you go to lane, what does he do? Like if he walks up, he's just fucked anyways. So something that a lot of Vayne players do is they overextend a kill when you've already won. Like you already won. Like just take the W and call it a day. But obviously, if he gets really low, this is flash worthy. But I don't think you even have to flash here. You're fine, because that was the most unoptimal flash ever to escape this guy. So you'll be able to catch him with this bad boy right here. Gain 30 movement speed, which for some reason doesn't exist in top lane when moving towards enemy champions. Get his ass. Beautiful. Get his ass. Yep. Play wave. This is so fucked. Okay, he good. What you want to do right now? I guess you can chase Cho'Gath. What is... No wonder you're 16-2. What the fuck? That's crazy. Okay, hard shove this wave in the base. Go. Shove. Okay. Oh, never mind. Hard shove this wave too. Yep, shove. Tell Emilio to auto too. You need to beg her to auto attack. Be like, yo, auto, 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 auto. No, you win this. You win this. You win this. You win this. Yep, yep, yep. You win this. Yep. No, go forward. Actually, no, never mind. Would I do this? The Shaco box already got procced. Kaisa, you die for sure if you go forward, but you get the Shaco. Yeah, you can back off. It's fine. Go forward. Yep. Let me explain a concept to you that is really heavily applied to Vayne top lane. But it matters for Vayne bot lane too. And it's underneath zone of influence. I call it the spacing and tethering game. So the spacing and tethering game, I like to explain it by using 2 real-life examples. Oh, you're a police officer. This is perfect. I'm just joking. Okay, so there's 2 cars, okay? There's 2 cars traveling in opposite directions. One car is going at 20 kilometers an hour, one car is going at 10 kilometers an hour. Opposite directions. Like this. The cars relative to each other is moving relative to each other 30 kilometers an hour away from each other. Okay, you have to think about that. Now, when there's 2 cars moving in the same direction, and they're moving at the speed, it's also 30 kilometers an hour relative to each other. If there's 2 cars moving in the same direction, but one's going at 20, one's going at 10, this car is moving 10 kilometers relative to this one faster than this one. So now how this matters to League of Legends is there are situations where people will go into you and then they realize, oh, fuck, I cannot go into this guy. So then they turn around to run away. Now, you as a Vayne player, I know you ran into this problem already, 100%, and you literally ran into it right here. You have to identify the point at which you believe that they will turn around. And if you can identify that point, 0.5 seconds faster than another Vayne player, you will be able to keep up with that opponent that much quicker. Because oftentimes, someone will run into you, and then you run, and then now they turn around, but then you run one more step. And for that one step, there's 2 objects moving in the opposite direction. So the speed is almost double away from each other. And then by the time you turn around, they're already long gone. It's too late. But if you can identify when they turn around, and you also turn around at the same time, you still keep up with them the entire time. You never actually had any distance built away. So that's the first concept of the spacing and tethering. The second one is playing tag. If you are playing tag with your friend in real life, let's go back to grade school when you're 10 years old, okay? And you and your friend run at the same speed. And your friend is 10 steps behind you. In a world where there's no fences or anything blocking you and you can run in a straight line forever, will your friend ever catch up to you from behind you 10 steps?
No.
Never. They will never catch up to you. The exact same thing applies to League here. Whenever you get into an engagement with someone and there's a connection between you two, there is a line that's created right away. And the line dictates what will you run into. So if the line's created right here and you're running this way, there is a wall that you will get blocked off eventually. So then you'll have to arch yourself. And whenever you arch yourself and you're not moving in a straight line to be able to escape someone, they will always have the angle to catch up to you. That's the thing. So always think about the line that's created. Obviously, at some point, the line runs into a tower, so people won't ever chase you that far. But the line also matters on terrain too. And if you ever position yourself in a way where it's inefficient, and you are going to run into a wall, and you have to ever arch yourself, and you're being chased, then you're fucked. But another thing is a separate thing, is whenever jungles gank you, notice how the meetup point is always like right here, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, jungle's ganking you, you're running away. Ah, the meetup point's right here. It's a very similar thing. But right here, I explained these 2 concepts, the cars and the tag concept. Let's relate it back to what exactly happened here. So right now, you're being chased. You're being chased. You turn. The line that is being created between you and Kaisa is this right now. This is the line. It's an infinite line. Kaisa will obviously eventually run to a wall. You will eventually run into a tower, so you're perfectly fine. So that's the line that's created. 2 cars are still moving in the same direction, it's fine. 2 cars moving opposite direction, it's double the speed. Because why? Because Cho'Gath is zoning you, pressuring you. Now let's keep going. Now Cho'Gath's chasing you. But this Cho'Gath is about to realize, oh, fuck, I cannot chase this guy. So the line that's being created right now, it's this. That's the line. You will run into a wall eventually, he will run into a wall eventually. But here's the thing, is Cho'Gath's not going to run this way. He's going to run this way. So you're still able to keep up with him the entire time. Because you have a connection with him, where it's not directly broken by just walking directly away from you. So right now, you need to identify, okay, this Cho'Gath's gonna turn around and run away. I need to be able to chase him. Look at this. 2 objects moving in an opposite direction is double the speed in this situation. If you moved forward here, you would keep up with him the entire time. But you moved backwards. Now you're finally running forward, but it's not necessarily too late. But notice how much of a difference it would have been if you were here. You would still be autoing him. And the thing is his line, he needs to do an arch. The most efficient way to escape you is in a straight line. But he's not going to run that way because there's a wall in the way. So he needs to run this way. But that means he's arched the entire time, which means you have access to him the entire time. So that is what you have to do here if you want to keep up with the Cho'Gath. So this is a free kill. I don't know what you're doing here. You're moving this way instead of moving directly this way with the Cho'Gath. That was very bad for 1 split second. And then now you lose everything. But I promise you, my brother, if you turned right when you knew Cho'Gath was going to turn too, he was dead. A level 1 Cho'Gath against a level 2 Vayne with HP potion? Hell no, that ain't happening. That was a free kill. So do you have any questions about this concept right here?
No.
This concept is so important for Vayne top lane, but it also applies to Vayne AD carry, as you just saw just now. It's the exact same thing. The best way for me to describe it is just your ability to stay in range to attack opponents while they are not in range to attack you. And obviously that's very hard to do in a ranged v ranged matchup, but it's very easy to do in ranged v melee matchup. But some ADC matchups, they have a range mismatch, like Caitlyn versus Vayne, where the Caitlyn can do that and bully you if she's really perfect at League. Oh, this is the easiest triple of your life! Pop the refill potion, kill the Shaco, and then kill the Kai'Sa. Oh, please. Yes. Yes. Level your E. Yes! Ah, it's so beautiful. Okay. My brother. What is this? Unless you're telling me, Saskio, I calculated that. I knew I didn't need it. Like, if you're telling me that, then sure, I agree with you. But if you're not telling me that at all, and you're just saying, Saskio, I forgot, then we have a problem. We have a problem 100%.
Yeah.
When does Kai'Sa get back to lane?
Oh, what's the time? 10 plus 20. So, 3. Yeah, about 3:05.
Okay, perfect. Good. I'm conditioning you right now, by the way, so that you're able to see these things in a game. So then you can calculate how long you can stay on the map. Because that is the last thing I want you to do is overstay until actual 306 here, and you get fucked. I never want that to happen. Unless you're helping your jungler force a dragon, then that's fine. Run! Base! Yes! You have to be careful for Jhin W's and Kai'Sa W's, so don't forget about that too, okay? So, oftentimes, against these matchups, you'll base in the weirdest places ever. Like, you know what I mean? Like right there. You never base in the middle of stuff, ever. You always base in weird places against Kai'Sa and Jhin. Unless you know that they're gonna shoot weird abilities, then you stand straight. But yeah, that's a whole separate issue. 306, she's basically around here at that time, yeah. Why was she so slow? Did she wait in base?
Probably waiting for an item.
Maybe. Oh, she didn't have E. Okay, let's keep going. Wave is slow pushing towards us. This is perfect. Good. Anyway, it's here. Good. And you cannot freeze, so you just farm. Perfect. This is exactly what I like to see. And now on this wave right here, and the next wave that's coming, you can look to full all of them anytime. So it's gonna be here. You can play full on aggressive and potentially tower dive them here if you haven't already killed them. And tower diving and dying at the same time, but actually getting the kill is worth it 100% because they lose the wave and it still bounces back. But the biggest thing here is you just have red buff. So if they walk up, go, go, go. Yep, only last hit, do not hard shove. Okay, now you know she's here. You should be postured right here, where you have access to minions, but access potentially to Kai'Sa. But she's not dumb, she's not gonna walk up. Tag the platings. Cool. 2 ways you can play this wave state. You can let the wave slow push towards you, and in 2 waves from now, the next one that's coming, or the third one, when the wave is right here, you get them. Or you can 1 wave hard shove on repeat, make the game easy for them, and keep chipping away at platings. That is your call. And the enemy jungle routing could also influence what you do. Because if the jungler is coming bot side, eventually, you want to have it frozen towards you. If the jungler is pathing away, you can push and pressure the platings. But mainly, I like to think about what I want to do to my opponents. And in this case, I think you have an angle here where you want to let it push towards you. If you're playing Brand, Vayne, or Vel'Koz, I would push the wave. Because that champion like that has access to be able to poke them underneath the turret and keep making their life a living hell while you slowly chip away at the turret. But because it's Melio, the champion can't really do that, I would let it push towards us. So this goes back to what I stated from the first game. Caitlyn players and Draven players, they dopamine stim push over and over on repeat, and they don't really achieve much. They get a couple platings and they eventually die to a gank. Or they maybe outplay the gank. But you don't have to do that. You can strategically let it push towards you. Okay, you're doing the stim. Here's the thing. You have to make one option or the other. It seems like you're doing nothing. It seems like it's still slow pushing towards them. And they still can kind of get EXP. You need one or the other. Hard push towards us or hard shove back. Pick one. Don't diddy-dally in the middle. That's the thing. And right now you're diddy-dallying. I mean, you're kind of hard shoving, but it's like really slow. Wait, why'd you guys run away? Huh? Even if Shaco ganks you and jumps on you, he doesn't kill you. The only thing that can kill you is a Cho'Gath Q into the Shaco gank. But because Cho'Gath is so far back and you have summoners, I don't know why you're running away. You got mind controlled here by whoever pinged this. When you have a ward right here, you have a ward right here. So unless Shaco was smart enough to Q like this and walk like this, and then wait for his next Q, you're fine. And even if he does that, you're still fine. My brother, look at your score. 5-0, double summoner Vayne. Right now, I'm begging the enemy team, please gank me. I'm asking in all chat, please gank me. Well, not literally, but figuratively. Because the second they gank me, Cho'Gath Q is the easiest thing to dodge. Kai'Sa has no damage. I'm a 1v9 machine as Vayne. I am 2v3ing 100%. As long as you don't get hit by Cho'Gath Q and maybe Kai'Sa W, then you're fine. You can tank the entire Shaco combo and you'll still be fine. So right now you are respecting air. Bro, that Shaco Q'd nothing. That's so funny. The way you dodge Cho'Gath Q is like this. He's gonna shoot it right here. You go like this. That's it. And then if you go like this and he hasn't shot it yet, then you go like this because he shoots it here, and you dodge here. That's how you work against Cho'Gath Qs. And if he hard ever predicts you, that means you got outplayed. So the next thing I want to talk about off Zone of Influence is the layer system. Because this is a system that I know you ran into before in the past, but you never had a explanation to it. So whenever it comes to dodging skill shots in League of Legends, layer 0 is very simple, okay? Lee Sin standing right here, you're running this way. Your trajectory is this way. Lee Sin's gonna shoot his Q like this. As the one dodging, you are unconscious. You are unconscious and you're just walking and oh my god, I got hit by Lee Sin Q. That's it. Layer 1 is a conscious dodge. So right here, Lee Sin's shooting his Q. So then your Vayne, you go like this. You turn around one step, let the Lee Sin Q pass, and then you go forward. That's it. Layer 2 is conscious dodging, but you think that Lee Sin thinks that you will juke at a layer 1, so then you continue walking straight like a fool, and Lee Sin shoots his Q behind you, and you juke it. So what ends up happening is you look like a layer 0 fool, but there was a conscious decision behind it to just walk forward like a noob. So you end up looking like a pro. Do you understand the system?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is something that you will run into over and over again if you start playing like me. Because what ends up happening is these people who have skill shots like Thresh, Pike, Amumu, even Cho'Gath Q, they are not stupid. You are in Platinum. People have somewhat decent IQ here. They are going to adapt. And they're going to be like, yo, this Vayne player is doing some weird shit. Like, I'm going to start doing weird shit too. And it comes down to your ability to identify if they start adapting or not. Because every single time you move and you juke, you are building a profile for yourself. And your opponents are also building a profile for themselves too. Notice how in some games, you'll play against a player and you'll be like, this guy's so dog shit. So you focus him instead because he's so much easier. That is what you need to be thinking about for yourself. What profile are you building every single time you keep doing movement? Because then now people will adapt to that and then start shooting abilities in a weird way to adapt to you. So you have to adapt to that and now maybe start playing stupid on purpose again. So then you can adapt to their adaptation. And then now it's just a back and forth fight over and over again of who can fucking mind fuck each other harder. But does that concept make sense though? This idea?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, right here, this is just, he's gonna basic max range Cho'Gath Q. You gotta walk forward. That's the best way to dodge these abilities. Goodbye, HP. Now you can actually die to a Shaco gang. Now it's getting scary. And the reason why I dislike one-wave shoving is because, like, notice how we're not really getting much done. Like, you're not even accessing the plate. You're chipping their HP, sure, a little bit then and there, but it's like, it's not one solid fluid, like, sweep where it's like, we're constantly moving the plates down, or we're just hard all-in them on one of the wave 4s up here, and then sweeping them, and then maybe basing while the wave's slow pushing back towards us, maybe, or just clearing the wave and letting it push back to them. This is all diddy-dally right here. For the last 2 minutes-ish, it's just diddy-dally. Nothing's getting done. You are getting a marginal lead, but there could be a bigger opportunity instead. Bruh. Bruh. Okay, let's see it. Okay. So whenever you tower dive, you always want to ult right away because you get AD from your ultimate. So now that AD transfers to this condemn. So your condemn does more damage, and the first auto does more damage. The way you always do tower dives as Vayne is you ult, auto E. You don't Q right away. You ult, auto E if they have no CC to shoot out right away. They clearly don't have CC. And the reason why you do that is you're min-maxing your damage output. Min-max means minimum input, maximum output. So by autoing first, and then by Eing, you're outputting your auto, and then you're canceling, I guess, like that auto, and putting it and outputting an E at the same time, so that you get 2 immediate stacks. Then you Q right away, then auto to proc that big boy, and then you figure out your life from there. Whatever needs to be done after that.
Yeah.
But right here, notice how you never ulted. Imagine if you ulted right away.
Yeah.
This guy would be at like what 20 HP right now. So all Milio has to do is you just run away. You call it a day. You put the fries in the bag, and then you let Milio finish this guy off, and then we're chilling. And the way you flashed, by the way, it's very inefficient. You can flash away from the tower, but you need to flash at a minimum distance. So right here, if you're gonna flash, you need to flash right here, while still being inside the Milio W. Something that a lot of people don't do is they don't do 1 centimeter flashes, or 1 centimeter, like even Tristana players, 1 centimeter Tristana jumps. Because what people do is they do max range flashes when they don't have to. Because sometimes a flash, all you need from a flash is just to build enough distance away that it dissuades them from chasing you, and then now you get to play the spacing and tethering game. where you can run them down again. But if you max range flash, and then both sides realize, oh shit, they couldn't chase anymore, I could turn. But imagine if you short ranged flashed and then you turned. So you don't have to flash maximum distance to get value every single time. Sometimes it's just enough to dissuade them and then go from there. But in this particular case, you need to flash to A, escape the tower range, and B, still be inside Milio W. But I think you die still anyways, but I'm just giving you the idea because that idea still translates to other plays in the future. Same thing as when you get a shield and a tower shot's coming down, you don't run away with the shield, you go into the tower on purpose while still breaking the tower range. so that your shield can absorb the tower shot before the shield goes away. Very common thing to do on Riven, and very common if you're playing with a support who has a shield. And you fucked up a poke. But yeah, big TLDR there. Whenever you are tower diving, or whenever even you're full all-in, you ult right away. Because the ult gives you AD, so that you have the damage that follows it up into the E and into the first couple autos. Okay, right now you're doing a 3-wave crash or 2-wave crash, because the wave is built on your side. Okay, you're full fighting, which is good. Yep, get that guy too. Yep. I really dislike what you did here. So this is all good. Perfect. You transition to this guy. Good. Okay, you get him to the wall. Good. Right now, you do not move this way. And the reason why is because Kai'Sa is clearly going to go this way. Why aren't you going this way? There's no one firing abilities towards you. Yes, if there's someone here full HP, you go this way. But because there's no one here, you want to be here. And obviously, we both know Kai'Sa has no flash. But if she does have flash and you went this way, look what happens. Flash? Oh shit, she's too far away. So if you're here, already covering the angle that she's angling towards, which goes back to the tag thing I'm talking about, you are covering her escape route already. But by going behind her, you're trying to be your old friend in real life that's behind you. And you will never catch up to them if you guys move in a straight line infinitely. You don't want to do that. Unless, of course, there's someone here that's fucking your day up. Hard shove wave, rotate to dragon. Oh, God bless. Holy shit. Okay, we want to find a way to push and base somehow. No, don't base. Walk up to the wave. Walk up to the wave here. You know Shaco's dead. And catch the wave high. And obviously dodge their shit if it happens. Because if you base here, you give them the wave for free, I feel like. I mean, it's fine. You can base because it's the cannon wave. It's fine. Because if they hard shove, what ends up happening is the tower the cannon soaks up 8 tower shots. So then you're chilling. You'll get back. But I guess if you're scared, it's fine. Okay. Now we do a 2-wave non-cannon wave crash back. You feeling a 1v2? Oh, we feeling 10 cancels in a row? Okay. Oh, you got big balls, dude. I respect it. Tumbling in with no summoners and no Milio anywhere in sight. That's big balls right there. I respect it. Oh, another one. I mean, hey, my brother. If they are giving you an inch, you take a mile. It's very simple. But this is very illegal. If I'm Cho'Gath Kai'Sa right now, my testosterone is kicking in. I'm saying, go! Kill this guy! Kill this guy! Land your shit and we go! Maybe they think Milio's behind you. That's my guess. Because she should have came back on the map at the exact same time as you. So maybe you're the good player, and you're pressuring even when you're not supposed to, because you know that they know that Milio's maybe there. So then, if you're thinking all those things in your head, then that's fantastic. But if you're just brain dead, just keep moving forward and autoing, that might not be good. Because if they land one Cho'Gath Q and they call the fact that Milio's not there, you are a dead man. Good. Something I want to talk about next is macro when you're winning the game. Macro when you're winning the game is very simple. It comes down to these 4 steps. Even in pro play, these are the 4 steps that people follow to some degree. But in pro play, they do it a lot faster. They do it with 1 wave. So whenever you are winning the game, you always push the wave. After you push the wave, because they're stuck underneath turret and farming or whatever, this could be mid lane too, you rotate off of mid lane or off of the wave to go get vision. So then now you have your ass covered, so you can see if there's a gank coming or not. You place the vision, you clear the pings, yada yada yada, cool. You come back, you do the next step, which is push. And then after that, after you push, you can now execute on whatever it is you want to execute on. It could be an objective, it could be dragon, it could be hitting tower, it could be just poking them. I don't know. It could be sitting in a bush and AFKing to see if you can execute on them. But do you see how this is like the 4 steps that you always follow? Push,
go,
vision, come back, push, and then execute because you have full vision. So that's the idea. You don't do this in early game. You do this more in like mid game, and you do it to some small degree during laning phase, which you're kind of doing now. But I don't know why you're doing it here, because right here you already had the vision from the last rotation. You should be executing right now on this vision and poking them, and then poking slash tower. So this is kind of pointless. Like this ward doesn't do shit. You already have these two warded, unless you think Shaco is gonna queue from here to here, walk here, and then gank. If that went through your mind, you should already be in high elo. 100% if that went through your mind. Okay, now you execute. You have full vision, you're good. Execute on tower. You see Kiana, so you run away. Cool. You waste Kiana's time. Now Ahri has prio to push, and now she does her push, vision, push, execute. She pushes, and I guess now she's just executing, and she sucks ass at league, but we don't talk about that. Okay, you hard shove. Push, good. You're executing, you know they're all mid lane, and you have full vision, so you get to slowly keep chunking their towers away. Yep, you can keep one wave shoving at this point. You don't want to ever do the freeze trick at this stage of the game where you freeze towards you and then you pull all of them. You just want to keep one wave shoving on repeat. That's more of like an early game thing. Normally after like 12, 13 minutes, you don't do that shit anymore. You can, but you don't have to. Okay, you guys back off, which means Ahri touches wave first. Good. Look at all this pressure you're pulling. So now you push, and now you can go execute on to this, if you want. And if you can't do it, then you execute by sitting in a bush and waiting for them to face check, and then you kill them. Yep. Nah, my brother in Christ. Full all in, my dude. Right here. How illegal is this, though, for him to press forward and then Q the Milio? And then you dodged it. Dude, tell me what they do right now if you pop ultimate.
We've been dead.
They're dead. They're dead. Exactly. Yeah. Did you forget that you are 7-1? And first of all, you already half chunked this guy. I don't give a shit if Shaco is queuing in right now. This is the freest 2v3 of your life. Obviously, you just thought dodge a Shogoth Q, maybe dodge Kai'Sa W, and then you're chilling. But why are we running? Notice how when two objects move in the opposite direction here, you cannot catch up anymore. You have to be going forward already in this situation. Better yet, you pop ult and then go forward. Finish him off. He flashes inefficiently. If he doesn't flash and he walks to this wall, you probably kill him by then. If he flashes, you just keep running. You don't flash after him. You run after him with 90 MS. Flash the next Q if you're not good enough to count the cooldown timer, and then pre-dodge it before he even shoots the second one. Finish him off. Kill this guy, because naturally humans will help their counterparts when they are in distress. That's a natural human thing to do, so you can take advantage of that when Kai'Sa walks forward to assist the Cho'Gath, and then turn on the Kai'Sa, finish her off, and then, yeah, easy double kill. But mainly, you're 7-1 and 0, bro. That's illegal. What the Cho'Gath just did. So another opportunity lost to be 9-1. Okay. My brother, you have exhaust. Utilize it. Utilize it, my brother. Let me see. Okay, so this engage is cool. Boom. Exhaust right here on this guy. This guy hurts like a mofo. Oh my god, you tanked his entire combo. And you didn't kill the Kai'Sa, so you don't get Triumph proc. Oh! No, what am I watching? They're just all phasing in and out of invisibility. It's so sad to watch. So your E got canceled. I feel like that was supposed to be a quadra kill right there. Am I crazy? I feel like that was the case.
No. Yeah.
It feels very unoptimal in that situation. But anyways. Okay. Okay, rotate mid. You can stay bot. But I would have rotated mid right away. Ooh, red buff. That's fun. Rotate mid. Yep. Get in there. Yep. E her. Oh, okay. You guys are just so far ahead, it doesn't even matter. Wait, the game is actually even. What the hell? Oh, they're Kiana's fed. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, base. Good. Item, back on the map. Boom. Push, vision, push, execute. So you push. What's the objective? I would say Dragon's the next objective instead of bot side, but I guess it's already vision. There's nothing to do here. Just push again. Push this next wave. If you see Kiana, by the way, you can catch mid-high. So right now, you see Kiana. Now you see Kiana. What you can do here is you can purposely walk up to the wave and catch it high, because first of all, you're fed. Second of all, if they walk up, what are you going to do? Get them. Because they have no sums, you already know that. And by catching mid-wave high, you have more time after done clearing the wave to move off of the wave and then run around looking for random bullshit to do. Fighting them, clearing wards, whatever, finding fruit plants, I don't know. But by catching the mid-wave even, you have less time. It's more safe, but you already know where Kiana is. What is the O2 Shaco gonna do if he jumps on you? But if a 9-1 Kiana jumps on you, we got a problem. But we know where Kiana is. We're fine. We can catch mid-wave high. And we saw Teemo for a second. So Teemo isn't coming for some surprise blind either. So now you move off the wave, which is correct. Good. You look for some bullshit to do. Nothing is done. Rotate back mid. Catch this next wave mid-wave high. Here's a problem, though. You don't know where Teemo is. He hasn't shown on the map. So you want to hover towards the bottom side when you are farming this wave. So if he comes running in from top side, you can run towards your bot side. So you clear mid lane. Good. And what does the team want to do? Execute. Okay, now you move in. Good. You're moving in, looking for something to do. Pantheon drops the worst herald I've ever seen in my life. Oh my god, how did this even happen? Oh my god! Wait, but you see her though.
I tunneled.
You see her. Oh my god. I'm pretty sure your eyes were right here.
Yeah, it was.
Ooh, you see her. Oh my god. Oh! Oh, it's still winnable. Oh my god, there's a team over here though. Yep. 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 Yep, that's my boy right there. All I have to do is just keep going, but she TP'd in for 0, LOL, so she gets nothing now. Okay. Not an efficient fight at all, because you guys don't even achieve anything off that. The only good thing was the Herald crashed. And now the next thing you also need to calculate here is... when does Kiana get on the map? From this frame right here.
5 plus 20, so...
Nope, not 20.
That.
You're further up in the lane. 20 seconds is for this tower.
For full length. Okay,
yes, for full length. So it's cut even more if you're this further up into the lane. Obviously, so I'm not going to give you an exact timer. Sure, you can do half. I would say probably I would say so. Mid lane is not 20 seconds to get to tower. It's actually 18 or 17. To get to this tower in particular, I think it's like a 11 second to 12 second window. So 12 plus 17 here, roughly 23 seconds here, roughly, to get to here. So you have to calculate this, because I know you've made this mistake before. You overstayed on the map. Someone comes back on the map and kills you. So you need to calculate these things, because you need to run away. Then you need to base for 7 seconds. And where you base, like, is it safe? Like, did the Kiana know to, like, run all the way to this bush or something? You need to be thinking about these things. So you need to wonder, how long can I stay on the map to pressure these things relative to the most fed member on the enemy team? You can also calculate unfed members if you're really that low, but that's something that I want you to be mindful of, because I know you've made that mistake before, and I know you will make that mistake again in the future. So I'm just trying to do my best to help you see that pattern when you're in the moment in a real game, and be like, oh, I remember Saskia said, dude, he told me to fuck off right here, so I'm gonna fuck off. I'm gonna push the wave and not touch the tower. I'm gonna base, call it a day, everyone's happy, and maybe you won the game because you made that choice in the middle of a game, instead of being like, oh shit, I should have based after the play happened and you died and now you lose the game. So I'm just trying to help you prevent stuff. Or no, I'm not trying to help you prevent stuff. I'm trying to help you when you make that mistake, remember my voice screaming into your ear that was your fault. That is what I'm trying to do here. So then you can fix the mistake after you've made it multiple times. That's what I'm trying to do here. Motherfucker is building some new gen Vayne builds, bruh. I respect it. Nothing wrong with it. Yep, hold that shit out. Yep. You guys said fuck pushing waves into objectives. You guys just did objective first. That's perfectly fine too. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, push. Now rotate in for vision, please. Stop sieging. Stop. Okay. Someone's just farming raptors. How is this game 13-13? That's crazy. LOL. What happened here? So you see Kiana on the ward. You see her Q. Nah. Nah. Oh, you should have went over here, bro. I mean, but she could flash and ult you here too. I think your tumble was just bad. One thing that you have to be mindful of here is you need to be ready to flash. Right when you saw that Kiana flash, you should have flashed over here and then ult autoed the Kiana or ult E her and then just go from there. So this is an example of zone of influence right here, but you are mentally preparing for something that can happen rather than waiting for it to happen because you already saw Kiana here. Whether I'm not sure if you tunnel vision or not, that's a separate story, but public information suggests that you saw her. So then you know that she could go to this bush, walk up here to this wall, and flash ultimate right here. So then your trigger finger should be ready to press flash to dodge it, but in an aggressive manner because Cho'Gath's dead. So even if you flash here and if Kai'Sa tries to 1v1 you still win. And then you go from there. So I'm trying to help you spot patterns in the moment again, where instead of waiting for things to happen to you, you see it happen and then boom, you're already ready. It's like preparing for a Malphite ult in the middle of a team fight. You're going in. Okay, you pull the trigger, Malphite ult, flash, and then boom. It's like the same thing. You're preemptively preparing your mind and body to deal with whatever it is that they're about to do to you before it happens. So when it actually does begin, you're ready to outplay it. You don't want to be that guy who says, I should have flashed the ability. No, you should have been mindful that it could have came before it even happened and then be ready for it already. Okay, there's not much left to cover here. Let's just keep going. I see a team fight. Okay, let's see a macro. You push. You cannot do shit right now because no one's on the map, so you don't want to do step number 2. What you should do here is run straight to red buff. Because you already pushed the wave. You know red buff is going to spawn on the map from Pantheon. Swipe the red buff. They clear mid lane, then you catch this mid wave right here. And then by then, Millie will be on the map, ready to walk in to set up vision around here. And then you're absolutely chilling, doing push vision, push execute. So right now you pushed. You're doing step number 2 right now, which is vision. And your only vision here is to get red buff. Because if you walk in by yourself, well, who the fuck would ever do that as Vayne? No one's going to do that shit. So your best play is just to go to red buff here. Push, go get red buff, please. What are you doing? You see how walking up there absolutely achieves nothing? Just absolutely nothing. So it's better to just move off. Unless Cho'Gath is that stupid that he actually just walks into you, which no one should ever be doing, ever. So now, your step number 2 was vision. You went really deep, and now you're losing mid-wave. Goodbye. I love how the step number 2, we actually got no vision. Let's look at Milio. What the fuck? Place a ward on the map, Milio. You have that shit. Place another one over the wall. Right here. This is so sad. You overstayed on the map on this side too. It was too long. I don't know what you're doing, what you're thinking, but you should have immediately rotated back to mid lane, 100%. And then drop a ward here as you come through again, because Cho'Gath is clearing it. And then just dodge the Cho'Gath Q. But now you're this far up, now you rotate back mid. Wait, you see Kiana. You see her. Alt Q, go! You see her, she's literally in your face, screaming what she's gonna do, and you didn't do anything. Now, however, there's a possibility, by the way, that Kiana literally did jack shit there, and she didn't go in on you. But do you want to find out? Do you want to find out if she does nothing or not? Do you want to find out, my brother? If you think she's gonna do that, you alt Q in a way where you can fight whoever's here then instead. Because if you do fuck around and find out, then you're already dead. It's already too gone. But if you pop alt Q, at least you have a fighting chance to take someone down. And this is only a result. The only reason why you have to do things like this is because you've overstayed on step number 2, which is vision. You rotated top, but then you didn't account for the next mid wave that was coming to then rotate back to mid to catch the wave. As an AD carry, all your decisions on whether you're moving or not, when you're winning the game, should be based on the wave state mid. If the wave state's about to crash mid lane, you should already have been there. You should have been mid right here. Not yet, not yet. Now, back mid lane we go. Right here, back. So that you can catch the wave right here. That's what you should have done. Unless Pantheon is actively already fighting a Teemo in here, then you keep rotating. But if he's not actively fighting someone, now you're just wasting time. And I really dislike having to do crazy outplays like this. Because you should only be doing these things when you are absolutely losing the game, where you absolutely have to do crazy outplays. But you're winning the game right now. In my head, at least you're winning the game because you're that much more fed. Every play should be so telegraphed from 10 miles away. Mid push, rotate in. Okay, Kiana's coming from this angle. Shaco's coming from here. Okay, let's get ready to juke it. La-di-la-di-da. There should be no, oh, fuck, type shit reactions to them showing up on us.
Been destroyed.
Okay, link up with your support. Good. Never going by herself. We're doing step number 2, kinda, but we have 2 people dead. That's the problem. We got some big D trading. Okay. You should not be going here. You should rotate back mid and AFK right here until they push mid. Because if you walk up to here, I promise you, you will die, 100%. But you should not be bot lane. Okay, I guess you're here, so just kill this guy. I don't think I would have popped out there. I would have just poked him, but not kill him. Because right here, look, you see them. They're literally staying in all chat. Yo, Vayne, we're right here, dude. Look at us. We're right here. So when this guy walks up here, you should recognize, okay, where are they? They're walking in this direction right now, 100%. So you should just try to get your free autos and then kite away this way to run away. No kill or anything. The fact that you got a Cho'Gath flash there was a miracle. Now, my next question is, why are you trying to find out if there's something in this bush? Why? You don't want to find out. You already know they're in there, so then there's no point walking up there. You should just run. Oh, it's winnable. Go forward. Yes! Milio's broken, bro. Okay, do Dragon. Go Baron. Why are you farming Subtle Crab? Go to Baron. Rush that shit down and then base. And then now we end the game. Okay, yeah, they're sieging after Baron. I respect it. I prefer to just keep pushing to base though. But that's just me. No. Right here, you have to push mid, then rotate over. You need them to respond to the wave while you're rotating over. Because if they just push mid here, they can just take tower, in theory. Always deal with the mid wave first, unless someone else is dealing with it. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. I think game's over. Okay, ultimately, good game, but it was not clean. Lots of things you can fix. Yeah, is there any questions that you have about anything I've discussed today?
No, like when you're putting out like my little micro like choices I've been making. I'm like, okay, that makes a lot more sense. Like
100%.
yeah, like the fact that like I keep on going backwards and then as they're going away and then I try to go after them, it makes sense why like I'm not being able to like pull that trigger, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, be able to identify in the moment. And by the way, when you play this game, what your opponent is going to do is when you are chasing them, they have turn angles. You have to keep that in mind, okay? So if they turn on you, you have to be able to call that turn too. And if you ever play Vayne top again, this will happen so many times. Because if you are going into them, because you called that they're going to turn, and then they go into you, but you didn't call it, remember, 2 cars moving in the same direction is double the speed relative to each other. Now you're just walking into their face. So you have to keep that in mind. And if you walk into Cho'Gath's face and he's able to E-auto you, now you're slowed. So that's a very particular thing, but in this case, I guess you're just so fed that even if that happened, you would just still win anyways, so it doesn't matter. But you can see, like, everything I've discussed here happened in these games. Everything has happened. The push vision push, some failures here. Refill potions not being pressed in a lot of fights. I don't think the layer thing happened in any of these games because you didn't get into these crazy juke wars because you're not juking yourself initially. But this happened for sure, 1,000,000%, spacing and tethering throughout the game. Mechanical execution was also kind of bad throughout the entire game. You go watch that exercise on in the school community, and zone of influence 1,000,000% happened throughout every single game here, 100% with the Kiana engage, with the Cho'Gath Qs, and etc. etc. Okay, but yeah, again, just to reiterate, the objective here is for you to be able to see these things and spot these things over the next period of 100 games, so you can improve on it. So moving forward, here's my advice. Obviously, try to win the game. That's the first one. But the next thing is develop a scripting like mind, I guess. So maybe even watch some scripts, but the way I view the game is I'm always constantly calculating this guy's ability relative to me. So if he actually does shoot the ability, how do I juke it? So then that helps me know where I should be standing in the lane to then be able to last hit minions, potentially poke them, potentially scare them, whatever it may be. This concept alone, you will feel it if you're not doing it or not. I know you will feel it, because if you're not doing it, that means you're getting hit by abilities. That means you hear me in your ear saying, zone of influence, right there, you're getting hit by abilities. And again, it's fine to enter people's zone of influence, but now if you're entering it, you should be ready to juke it or be juking it before it even came out from them, and moving in that certain way. So then you're able to run them down, still auto attack them, and dodge the ability. So develop a scripting mindset. Next thing. Yeah, try to win the game. try to actually, like, the way you win the game, by the way, is you solo kill your opponents. Solo kill your opponents and have perfect wave management. Wave management / tempo. AKA identifying when they're going to be back in lane and not overstaying more than you have to, taking your base, taking your free victory, grabbing a longsword, coming back, and then dealing with the wave as it's slow pushing towards you. And if you're able to kill your opponents, which will naturally come as a result of trying to win the game, which comes as a result of understanding zone of influence, spacing and tethering, and mechanics, you will win laning phase more often, which will lead to you being in a winning position in mid game. So you can now practice your decision making and understanding the wave states of push, vision, push, execute, which then puts you in favorable team fights every single time, which then allows you to identify circle of doom, constantly drawing out zone of influences of people in team fights, and it's just a snowball effect of constant improvement over and over again. That's it. So that's why, like, you have to, like, just have everything shoved in your face, but then you kind of develop these things one by one. And the first thing you have to develop is a scripting mindset and trying to win the game. And as a result of doing those two things, hopefully you will develop mechanics. Or if you follow the thing in my school community, you can also speed that process up too, maybe. Okay, I'm going to end the recording now.